Welcome to Wyoming Country Living, where the skies stretch wide, the porch is always open, and the critters just keep coming. We're Kim and Chris, empty nesters who traded East Coast hustle for the wild peace of Wyoming. Each week, we're tackling homestead projects, wrangling our growing animal crew, and learning to live the country life one adventure at a time. Be sure to hit that like button and follow along so you don't miss a moment. And stick around till the end for our front porch question of the week. We're saving you a seat.
All right, it is sometime later. Kim is back from her trip to Pennsylvania to visit her parents, and we're gonna see if we can get these panels, a couple of these panels anyway, stood up here for the fence. See if see if our posts are actually the right width apart for the panels or not, and how big a deal it's going to be to get them installed, given that this is not nearly as flat as I thought it was here. So not sure whether we're going to step them down or try to slope them down. Yeah, I think it would look better stepped, but I also worried that, especially on that last one, that it might be kind of a big gap that we need to fill in. So River's here eating things that hurt her mouth, but that's not stopping her from eating them. So, all right, I gotta find Kim and see if we can bring one of these panels over and see how it lines up. All right, due to the heat, my brain isn't working, so we got this gap here from where the post is, and we're gonna need to fill something in. So I was like, oh, we'll just push this one a little bit past the post, because this post was close enough that we could still attach it. But of course, then that pulled everything back this way, so now when we got to the end, there's not enough space for it to fit. Or to attach to the end post, because it's too short, because everything got bumped to the left. So we're just gonna marry some 2x4s to that post so that we got something else to nail to. And right, the post is going to be exposed here on the corner a little bit, but it's way back here in the corner of the property. You can see it. And we did get some extra pickets, so we could manufacture another, one to cover up that, I think, maybe at the end. So that's the plan. So if you can find like a 12 or 16 foot pressure treated 2x4 that we had left over from one of the other projects, so she's cutting it in half and put two of them on the inside here to make sure we got plenty to attach to, and then get this panel up and get the other ones on, and then we'll come back and try to make this better. Add another picket on the end here, and we'll have to do something up there too to fill that gap a little bit on the north side. Okay, so shockingly the GoPro died just as we were finishing. But so the fence is all up. So again, it's about 24 by 24 foot area. Obviously I still need to trim down the posts down to the level of the fence panels, but major combat operations are complete, I guess. A couple areas on the outside that I want to fix and make look a little better. There's obviously some gaps there specifically. Not nearly Great Pyrenees size gaps, but could be if they decided to actually work on it. So we got to do something about that. Either fill it in or just put, some ties, railroad ties or blocks or something on the outside. And then we got this gate here, which currently I can reach because I'm tall enough. I'm sure Kim can't. But we're gonna have to put another latch on the bottom of it because, right, it's not sturdy enough. They'll be able to just shove on it and get through if they really get motivated. But yeah, if we put another latch on the bottom, we can run a string inside or something so that we can get to it from in there. We put the latch on the outside so that because this isn't to keep people out, it's to keep the dogs in. And they've learned on the other gate, if they jump up and smack the latch enough, they can flip it up and open it. So you got to keep a carabiner on it or something. So so this time I put the latch on the outside, but we have to put a string through or whatever so that we can get it on open from inside. So it actually creates a good bit of shade now in the afternoon back here that we didn't have before. So that'll be nice for them because the sun's over there, and so there's no shade out on the front porch where they usually are in the afternoon. So I have to come inside. So this will be nice for them. So it is mostly done, and again, a couple things to clear up, but I need to get another latch. But yeah, obviously we need to fill at least that gap over there. This gap isn't as big. Actually, there's hardly any gap here at all, so this one's fine. I'll need to put something over there. Other than that, though, hopefully it's going to do what we want it to do, which is keep Rip contained and give him some shade when he's outside. So Alex, how are we doing?
Good.
It's 5:17. We've been going for almost 2 hours.
Beautiful sunrise.
Nice sunrise. We've gone a little over 2.5 miles. And we've gone up almost 1,500 feet, which means we still have like 2,000 feet to go, right?
1,500 to the top of the Grays because it's 500 to the top of Torreys from Grays. So 1,500 to Grays.
You see other people stop, that encourages you to stop. So. At least it does me. You're like, yeah, that looks like a plan. Oh, so what are we doing? I mean, we didn't do an intro, so we're doing Grays and Torreys Peaks.
Grays and Torreys Peaks, 14ers. Both about 14,275 feet. August 1st, 2026.
The plan was to do Long's Peak because I'm an idiot and think I can do whatever. And I was talked out of it by Alex and Kim decided to do this instead, and in retrospect, good decision. So hopefully it's showing up on the camera. But there's sunrise coming up to the east, as it generally does. Well, I'm definitely lighter and in better shape than I was a couple years ago when we were climbing things, throwing freight at lows at 6,000 feet and hiking at 12 or 13,000 feet. Not quite the same skill set. It's been nice though. Full moon, so we haven't had to use our headlamps. Lots of other people have been using them, blinding us, but a lot of people out today on the trail. But if you can see straight ahead, I don't know if you can see some foolish, ridiculous people going up that spine, which is all scrambling. I've heard them laughing and giggling, so they apparently are having a good time. Better time than I would be having if I was over there.
Take advantage of this break.
All right. We'll do more when the sun's up farther and there's more light to see the video. All right, here we are, top of Gray's Peak, 14,276.
70.
Well, that was what we were sitting over there. Looking over at Torreys Peak, which is supposedly 4 feet short. We're going to go across this saddle that's in front of us that you can't see. And go over there. The whole way up here, I'm looking at it thinking there's no way I'm going to that second one because I'm dying. But I got to the top and